Hello. I know I'm just sitting here. I didn't know I was on actually. Anyway, today I just got back from work and it's a beautiful sunny day in San Diego. But I wanted to say I watch YouTube videos, and so there's a few things I like to watch. Like the new thing is the princess from Dubai, D-U-B-A-I or somewhere, and her father re-kidnapped her, I think, or sent the military to kidnap back his daughter. She ran away, came from a very rich family, the prince or whatever. Anyway, so that's a really interesting topic if you ever want to watch that. And then the other one are the poor Turpin kids. You know, I was a foster parent for 20 years and I adopted 10 kids. And I just love my kids. You would never think that we were an adoptive family. A lot of people don't even know and they can't even tell. And anyway, it just shocks them that we are. But we love each other. My oldest is 33, my youngest is 13. And I have lots of grandkids whom I love very, very much, and they love me too. And a lot of them live with me too with their mommies. But now I'm here in San Diego, which I don't like, can't stand, can't afford it here. But you know, my other two kids are getting a good education. But at any rate, we are moving back to Northern California one day. Excuse me while I smoke, sorry. It's a bad habit, I understand. Anyway, there's this other person that I'm subscribed with, and her name is L.A. Hannah. Capital L, capital A, capital H, and then Henna. If you want the latest about the 13 Turpin kids and what's going on with the evil parents, just follow her. She's wonderful. I decided I'm not really on here for a lot of followers or subscribers or to make big money and all that stuff. I just enjoy it. It's kind of one of those Ripley's Believe It or Not. I've discovered that about YouTube. Some things you don't know if they're true, if they're not, you know. But anyway. And then, oh yeah, I do watch, I'm also a political person. I like to watch the president and what's going on in our country and other countries, and you know, just the hardships that we're all having in our own ways. I think also because I do have a lot of Middle Eastern friends that I work with, and sometimes I get the impression that they might think that maybe it is time that America is suffering, you know, like with school shootings and kind of like living in a third world country. And really, that's a sad way to think, because, you know, people come here from other countries because we are safe. So it shouldn't be like, well, it's about time America suffered. No, that's actually not the right attitude to have, because if that were the case, they wouldn't be here. Who would want to come to America? You know, I mean, come on. It shouldn't be like a third world country. Hey, Ruben. So, that's my point on that. And as far as the Turpin kids goes, I know I kind of jump around a lot. Some are in foster care, and of course the other adults are in adult care. And so anyway, this is a really bad, horrible situation that this family went through, and I am just amazed that they gave birth to these kids, because why would you want to treat your child so horrible, so disgusting? I mean, chaining them up. The oldest was 29, chained up, and probably having periods and just bowel movements and everything, just a mess. I mean, these people are beyond terrible. I mean, they're not even human. They really are not human beings. Hi, Ruben. Saying hi to my neighbor. He's doing his laundry. Of course, I'm a smoker, so I'm outside. I know it's terrible. And I should quit, but well, we all have our little devices that some people don't know about. I just happen to do mine public because one day everyone will find out our weaknesses. Anyway, hold on, I'm putting my sinful act down, putting it out. These people are not human. They just aren't. They can't be. They have no normal human feelings. And I know people say, well, what's normal? Well, I tell you what, I know what's not normal, okay? And that is not normal. They have just no feelings. There's just no feelings. And if you want to meet someone or know of someone selfish, like abnormally selfish, like really into themselves, that would be them. They are just rotten to the core, and it just shows. It shows in their eyes, it shows in their face, it shows that they're just, I don't want to call them evil. Everybody calls them evil. I just want to say they're extremely cruel. Very, very cruel. I mean, we can't even treat animals that way, so why would we treat a human that way? Humans are definitely more important than humans. And, sometimes, like when the Turpin kids were taken away, I was actually really super jealous that I'm not a foster parent anymore, living right there in Paris, because I would have taken them in, and I take siblings in. Not that I want to talk about myself, but the foster care program, it's not really foster, it's not the foster care, it's not the state's fault, but any child under 2 is considered, and I'm just teaching you some of the jargon, is considered unadoptable. I know it's really super sad that they use these words, but they are there, and they do use them. Sibling groups are considered hard to place, unadoptable. And so I always wanted to keep siblings together, and then I ended up always just saying, well, I want the kids that nobody wants or that they consider unadoptable. Isn't that awful? But it's not the state's fault or anybody's fault, but that's how they do word it. So, I just want to tell people that there are so many children, not just the lovely Turpin kids and other children. There's just so many kids out there that are considered unadoptable and hard to place. And not because of their behavior or attitude. And yes, they're going to have behavior and attitude problems. Trust me. And, like all kids, whether you're born through a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, a DA, a judge, they're going to have kids that grow into adults that make bad choices, and they could end up in prison. It doesn't matter. But of course, children that come from other situations, they may have problems, and you just have to, as a family, work it out like you do any other family. And my heart goes out. I wish I could take a couple of Turpin kids, because they're my little angel Turpin children, and that is their name, and you never want to take their name away from them, because that is their name, that is who they are, that's who they identify with. And anyway, it's just really sad. And I don't know about, so going back to the Dubai princess, that's another kind of worry, concern, because she was also imprisoned by her dad, and he's not who he says he is, the prince. So, think about this person and say prayers, because she was really trying to reach out. And, well, she got caught and is probably back in her country. So, anyway, have a wonderful night. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I just wanted to say hi. Keep praying and having a wonderful night. Ta-ta.